They want to know, like, why are you telling me to do this? What is the benefit to me? Why are you teaching me this? Even if I just say, hey, you need to write this scripture, and I don't tell him, like, hey, I'm setting you up for the 35-year-old spiritual Bible. I'm setting you up for the Bible that's your kids are gonna ask you a question one day that you're not gonna have the answer to. And you're gonna have to go to God, and you still probably won't get that answer. But even without that answer, then you can tell your kids to do this. Because kids want to know, like, why? What is the method to the madness?
Absolutely.
And so if I just give up and I fold, what does that look like?
Right.
So for me, it's like, okay, keep going. Bitter is not going to serve you. Byron looking at you. Keep moving, homegirl.
Leave me alone! You were too goddamn smart to be talking to me.
You know, Byron, let me ask you this. Obviously, some unbelievable things have happened to you, even in your young 16 years of life. What do you think? What are you trying to get out of this deal?
I want to set up for myself to where I can make my own foundation for the special needs kids, and to just build a place where, okay, if you need to learn, if you're a special needs kid, you need to learn discipline and just need to learn the basic necessities of life, you're going to be in school. And if you're more of a senior type of, it's just going to be like school grades. This is what I want to create. And if you're more of a senior, I want you to, okay, we're going to teach you how to go work. You're going to work in jobs that we're going to create for you. You can be waiters. You can make the drinks. I just want them to have that, okay, real life experience. And they're going to be paid just like they're in real life. They're going to be money deposited into their banks. And I just want them to be able to have the normal life that everyone else had. I don't want them to, okay, they're special needs. Let me help them. I want them to be individualized, just like I treat Brandon. I treat Brandon like a normal person. If he brushes teeth, he can do all that. And if he walking slow, I leave him right there. And I say, you better come on.
So your passion, and I mean, it really helps me to hear a 16-year-old talk about this type of thing, the type of ideas that you have and your desires to want to serve other people. Let's get back to some of this football stuff.
Okay.
You know, let's talk about Logan. You know, how did Logan expand your game or help you there?
Coach Logan have never charged me a dime for all these sessions I've been to. Never asked for nothing from me, but except for to work and expand my game. So from day one, knowing that he's right there with me, before any other person I knew in Dallas, I knew I could trust him right away. He was just like family. He texts me. Like now he texts me every other day, let's train this weekend if you're available. Are you available for this? And I literally have no problem literally doing nothing for him at all, just because from the age of 13 to now, Coach Logan been there with me. He's promoted me, like, even when I might have not been the player that I am now and just the okay player, he's always promoted me like I was the best player. And he just taught me the game of football. Like, I knew football, but I didn't know, like, okay, you take a right step and push back in to go to the linebacker. It's called a deuce raiser. Things like that. Like, that just expanded my game, and it just made me a different type of player. Even though freshman year, I mean, all that wasn't together yet, but I mean, I knew football and stuff, but it just had to come with confidence with my knees and just knowing it's okay to get hit low and just get back up.
Sure. You know, what we're talking about, folks, we're talking to Byron and Brittany, and what's really important is I think that everybody, including me, you know, we want to understand really what's behind. We want to go behind the curtain and see what makes Byron tick. You know, why do you want to play football? What's some of the things that you're passionate about? But you know, Byron, let me ask you this. You know, meeting the DeSoto offensive line coach, how'd that impact you?
Coach Williams, he's a DeSoto offensive line coach, and from the day when I met him, he told me, even I got in my stance right in front of him. He said, he fixed me, make me feel comfortable that quick. There was a little trick where you point your toe out and sink your hips. And he's like, even if you don't come here, I want you to at least leave with that. And when he said that, I said, oh yeah, this home. Because he don't even care if I come here. He just helped me out that quick. And like, that right there, that just showed me just where I need to be at.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And ever since that day, Coach, like he's never, my generation call it sparing. He never not held the expectation of me, not a stressful one, but this is just where I need to be. Freshman year, I was still a little timid and shy, didn't really know DeSoto. And when I played football, I didn't have that dominant side yet.
Sure.
So that freshman year, going to my sophomore year, that offseason was big. I bonded with the seniors, and him alone, him and Coach Bowen, which is the assistant O-line coach, those two guys, they got me confident in my legs, and I just, in the weight room, football bonded. Now that freshman year, it was hard, but that off season is when that switch started to come on. That freshman off season, and then sophomore year was big.
So talk about the sophomore year. How did that work out for you?
So the beginning of my sophomore year, the first game back, I was a JV player. That's why today when a lot of people talk about JV this, JV that, it doesn't matter because the right eyes are going to see you. I was a 6'8", 370-pound JV offensive lineman for my first game.
Yes.
With the varsity size.
Yes.
I played, I dominated, and luckily God just paid the way for me. I'm not saying that he did this to hurt anyone else, but one of the linemen got hurt, and I had to step up to play in varsity. So after that game, I stepped up, and I never went back down to JV. And when I got my opportunities to play,
yes,
I made plays. My first varsity game, I drove a dude 20 yards. I pancaked the dude.
Yes.
And actually, I into like a little fight with a dude. My first varsity game as a sophomore. He was a senior. He was so-called one of the best D linemen, but I dominated him for when I got my opportunity.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And so after that game, people knew, okay, yeah, Byron is on to something. He's changed. And I could just move a lot better and just dominate. So we kept going, started climbing the charts as one of the best teams in Texas. And the playoffs come. And we have, here it's about 16 weeks of football. So we keep going up in the playoffs, round 1, round 2, round 3. So then here comes the game at Baylor versus, what's the team, Harker Heights. And they put me in Baylor Stadium. And the running back, the third gamer, he ran right behind me and scored, third play of the game. And right there, I was like, oh yeah, my time is coming.
Yes.
And I just knew. Yeah. So after all these events, me getting my opportunities, I was still like, where are the offers at? I was like, I know I'm dominating, where are the offers? So I just dedicated the rest of the season being on scout team and helping the defensive line get better. And we got to the state game and we just dominated.
Well, Byron, I think, that's nice. I think everybody likes to tell the good part, but I think you're leaving some information out of your sophomore season. I think we should tell the audience about your very minor fracture.
Yeah. So I left out a part. The game before we had the varsity starter, he was kind of hurt. And so the next game they was going to start me and play me the whole game. Well,
The one game that, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. So this particular game, Byron's dad came to surprise him.
Yes.
homecoming.
There was homecoming?
Yeah.
Okay, so his dad came to this game, and Byron called me like halftime from the locker room. So he played, and I knew something was wrong. I could kind of tell. So he called me like, "Mama, is that my dad?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Is that my dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So then he like asking his coach to put him back in. But me as a parent looking at him, I know something is wrong. So he's like kind of hopping around on his foot. Long story short, to kind of wrap it up, we ended up going to his sports medicine doctor. Middle of the season, was that middle of the season, I guess? Middle of the season, he has like a hairline fracture in his foot.
Wow.
Like the tiniest bone, so frustrating. It's just kind of like a dun, 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 like a downpour. Because he's playing, he's getting his varsity reps. We about to get going. Like, it's our time now. It's sophomore year. This is what we've been waiting on. We got a hairline fracture. And because of his size and his capacity, the sports medicine doctor is like, "Look, you got 2 years left. It's not even worth it. I know it's like a hairline fracture. A smaller guy, we'll tell him he can go on this, but you're just not a small guy.
Sure.
We're not doing this." And so that was devastating about it. And I think he cried, I cried, he cried again, I cried some more, because it's just like, okay, this moment. Because a lot of people don't see like the work that he puts in outside of his team.
Right.
To the point where I have to be like, "Byron, please, not today." Because I don't play football.
Right.
He'll work out with his team. He'll call Coach Logan to work out. He wants to do YouTube pool workouts. He wants to hit me. We can't do that no more. Like, he is constantly finding ways. Like, "Hey, Mama, I'm more flexible now. You know, a little bit of ballet, some yoga." Like, people don't see all of the things that he puts together. So that's where like my frustration is, like, let's not beat him down. Yes, he's a bigger kid, but you don't see all of the things that he had to pull together to get to where he is. No, he's not perfect, but let's just apply him for what he's doing.
Sure.
Like, nobody wants to give him a pat on the back. And I'm not saying he's just this excellent kid, but what I am saying is you don't see the behind the scenes.
Right.
I wish like cameras could like follow him a day in the life of Byron.
Sure.
So, you know, a lot of people don't see like, oh, the diet, we counting protein. Like, he just put on 12% muscle mass. So, like, it's just so much that goes into it. Where
Right.
he's dedicated to the process.
Right. Right.
So,
Well, you know, I think Byron, you know, you've led, you've been a great leader, you've dominated in the sport, you've shown compassion to others, you've loved others, you've committed to making a change in certain areas that's going to impact the lives of other people in the future. You've done all these things. And now, now we're at a point where some unbelievable things have happened this week. Talk about what happened this week.
So I started my week off Friday at the SMU Mega Camp, and now I'm going through the camp. Of course, we're fresh out of spring ball, so I mean, we in the trenches, everybody gonna fall every other play.
Sure.
So I sprained my ankle, and so I'm going in the camp, and I'm like, it's a mega camp, so it's about 15, 20 coaches there, and I'm going through. I'm in pain, my ankle hurting, but I have my brace on, and I'm like, man, I gotta push through this. So luckily, it's this one coach. He just keep looking at me. I'm looking at him, but he looking at me too. And we're doing this drill where you start off on the knee.
Right.
You gotta push off your ankle, get up, and run. So I'm like, man, he looking at me. I'm like, I hope he look away because I'm trying to take this one off. So, but the coach, he like, big boy, look. And he finna clap. I look at him again. He look and I say, man, what am I finna do? So I just got up and ran full speed. Boom, hit the bag. And he was just like, Excellent, excellent. The whole time he just didn't know. It felt like my foot was about to fall off. So then we go into the next drill, and it's more of like a reacting drill. How fast can you move someone go this way, this way? So I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I have a solid camp. And so after all the drills, of course my ankle, since it's sprained, it's still giving me problems. So come one-on-one's a real competition. First two, I felt, my first one, I know I could do better. And the standard that I hold myself is nobody's supposed to cross that line. And even though he didn't get to the quarterback, I was still about 2-3 yards back.
Right.
And I was hot. And so the next, there's only one rep. So you get off the field, once your section go, and get off the field. I'm looking at my mom, she looking at me. She told me, she does this, she's like, good. In my head, I'm like, that's not good. And
Yeah, he's too hard on himself. Because I'm like, look, and he did the rep, like literally. It's probably like 50 schools at this camp total.
Right.
But, you know, most of the schools want to go and see the skill guys.
Right, sure.
So it's only a certain amount of schools on the inside.
Right.
So I'm watching, I pay attention. I'm already knowing Byron coming off that thing like he in pain. So I'm texting him during it. I'm like, oh man, you look like an All-American. Like, keep pushing through. Like,
Right.
you got this. Keep
Right.
working. You got it. You only got an hour left. Do
Right.
your thing. Like, I got you. And so he looked over at me after the rep, and I'm like, you good. You got it. He like, Mom. I'm like, you got this. Let's go. And so he made that first hit, literally, like all those coaches, it looked like blindside, like pulling their phones out, making phone calls. I'm like, all right, Byron, it's it. Like, look, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Why?
And so
yeah.
they were like, he was like just keep, because he doesn't see what I see.
Right.
Because they're all behind him.
Sure.
So I'm just like, keep going. So it's like, we wait. So the other group is going. As the other group is going, it's like coach is coming all around him, like shaking his hand. And it's like his mind went somewhere else then, because he's like, okay, I must have did something. My mama might be a little right this time. They're like giving him cards, dropping stuff in his bag. He's like, all right, I guess I did all right. I could tell from his body language, he was like, dang, I messed up. But then when the coaches came, I saw a smile. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, so when they came, they came to give me their cards, but I didn't have no pocket, so I just told them, just sit it on my bag. So after that, I went back in, I just dominated, kept them at the line, so I'm happy now. So I'm like, man, I know I'm about to probably get like 10 off as soon as I get right here, as soon as I'm done. So it didn't go that way. It was time to pack up, and we went to the main stadium to meet up with the skinny boys. I don't even call them skilled, the skinny guys. And
You cannot say that on camera.
I talked to.
Yeah, he can. He already did.
We went over there and met up, and the SMU head coach is there presenting it. He breaks us out, but then there I'm talking to a certain coach, and he walks away from me while we're talking, and I felt that very rude. And he on his phone, I'm looking him in his eyes trying to talk, and he walked away from me. So I was like, oh, that's how you want to do it? I walked there, I said, come on, let's go. So on the way of us walking to the garage to leave, a big truck, bright lights, skirt. It's like a movie. I thought somebody was going to kidnap us. So four people hop out with Oregon shirts on. So then we talked.
It's two, I think.
What?
2, 1.
Oh yeah, it was two.
Okay,
But
yeah.
4 doors open.
4 doors.
But
Two people jumped
hopped
out.
Yeah. So then they come and top it up with us. Long story short, I left that parking lot with an Oregon offer.
Wow.
And it just felt unbelievable. My mom, she was happy, I was happy. And it was just at the dinner table whenever we went to go get pizza. So I was like, man, I can't believe this. But I'm like, yeah, tomorrow I got another camp, so let's go get some more. If anything, that just made me more hungrier. And I already had my Grambling State offer a couple weeks ago from the spring. So
Grambling State University.
yeah,
Yes.
my mom's alumni. So that was 2, and I was like, I want to have more. I'm still hungry. And we had Texas the next day, and ankle still throbbing, got treatment. And So the one-on-ones come, we doing drills and stuff at Texas. I'm looking amazing. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, I got to dominate so I can get this Texas offer.
Yes.
So come to one-on-ones, I'm in an unfamiliar position, right tackle.
Right.
I'm a right guard, so I'm used to big guy, but this I'm going against edge rushers. That's what they call them.
Yes.
Fast, right off the edge. So I'm kicking, and the University of Texas current football players, they right there they're like, oh yeah, because we had a number on our back. My number was 1,000. It's like, oh yeah, 1,000, 1,000. So they was like, yeah, keep working. So the next one I go back to right tackle, and so the dude, he ducks under me, trying to get under me, and I just pushed him like I went for a punch. And the O-line coach was like, when they duck, you push on their shoulder. But I'm such a big guy, he still don't get to the quarterback, so that's a win. So then after that, we had a pool party at Texas.
Okay.
And all that heat.
It was about 100 something out there, and we just had a good time. Got to top it up with Coach a little bit more, and we ate good. And so that night, we say the camp was about what time? Probably 1 or 2. So that night around 8 o'clock, we go out to go try some food in Austin.
Yes.
And a family friend calls me and say, TCU wants you to come to the camp tomorrow. Now I'm already I'm thinking I'm gonna spend the night, wake up late, sleep in. So then my mom, she said, truly, how do you feel? Can you go? And then I was like, yes, I can go. She said, we can see in the morning, we're gonna pray about it. So that morning came, and I felt amazing. And on that road, I was just confident, got there, went into TCU. I just went in there with the mindset, I'm leaving here with that TCU offer.
Absolutely.
So then, all the camp kids, they going through Indy. Well, the family friend helped me out to the point where I just have to do one-on-ones.
Right.
And so during Indy, I was getting stretched by my cousin Dom from the camps.
Right.
He's a TCU All-American, 18-year-old freshman All-American.
Right.
Number 52.
And he stretched me with another O-lineman, and I just felt loose. O-lineman gave me some tips about how to have more ankle flexibility to avoid sprains.
Sure.
And I just got to the one-on-ones, and I just dominated. Didn't lose a rep. About three reps. That's 6 total because you go 2 times.
Right.
About that 4th rep, it was a dude talking trash. Coach was like, now, are you going to work him, man? That's the true cut. Are you going to work him? And the dude, that's my family friend. He asked him, is he going to work me?
Right.
So I took that as a challenge. I said, the dude kept, he's like, he's not even finna touch me, man. I said, shh. He calm. We got him right there. Got him right there. So, of course, they going to run around my big guy, so I just kept in my angle. I didn't even touch him. And he ran himself out of play. When he tried to come in, pushed him right out, fell on the ground. I said, I thought I wasn't going to touch you. I knew what I was doing. I wasn't going to touch. I said, oh, I want him to feel confident just for me to crush him.
Right.
So then after he want to shake my hand, and me, it's okay. I talk trash back and forth, but it's a certain level you don't go. So I ain't shake his hand. I said, nah, man. So after it's all said and done, I had one more. The coach, your group, your section, your 5 men go back to the huddle, and he say, the best 5, if y'all had to choose to live or die, y'all had 5 men to go out there and defend us, who would it be? Everybody pointing at me. Byron. It's like, big guy right here. I'm first person out. Then they picked 2 more people. Then another person was picked who did good. But the center was a big question. And so, like, they couldn't vote. And I said, hey, watch out, I want him. Because he been camping for the past 3 days, too. I seen him with the other 2.
Sure.
And I said, oh, he dedicated, so let me get him. I want him on my winning team.
Yes.
So everybody go, they win. Then here go mine. He blind up. I have a set called a jump set where I don't go back. I get, if he close, I got long arms, jump on him right away. So I was waiting to work this set at this camp. Nobody, they just been seeing me going backwards. And he lined up probably from me to her. And it's on the O-lineman, so it's on their movement. Then he like, I must have grabbed her quick, hemmed them up. That's like, oh yeah. And from there we were done. Just like at SMU camp, we go meet up with the skills
Yes.
at the stadium to get dismissed. Miss Dykes, the head coach wife of TCU,
Yes.
she come down and get me and say, me and my mom, it's like it's time to go to the office.
Wow.
So we went up to the office.
Oh no,
Well,
you missed it.
Oh, I missed the part.
Yeah,
After the one-on-ones, coach was lining up. I got the Arizona State offer right there.
Oh, no. I'm going back. After your first 2 sets, Sonny Dykes came over and introduced himself to us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then
So I knew then, because he was like, I'm Sonny Dykes. I want to introduce myself. You know, I like your son, blah, blah, blah. So I knew you had it then. You just didn't know, because we were behind your back.
Wow. Wow.
So then I picked up the Arizona State offer, the UNLV, and then that was it, right? My only two right there.
UNL. How you gonna ask me that?
UNLV and then Arizona State. And then I got the TCU when Ms. Dykes took me up to the office.
Yes.
He said I would love to extend. And right there I was happy. We were sitting down in the big chairs. We took a few pictures and I was just happy to leave with a TCU offer. So then we leave. We go get dinner again. Texas Southern calls and said, we know you locked in. We know you got the big Oregon offer, but we'll still extend. So another thing I want to know, I want to tell the people, like, if there's any coaches viewing, I am not, there's no limitations you can offer me, as long as you help me feel at home. Because right now the persona is, oh, he got the big Oregon offer, he's not coming to my little school.
I heard that like
Cut that.
20 times at the camp.
You can cut that. I welcome.
You know that man. I mean, what a blessing to be 16 years old. You're about to be a junior in high school, and to have already 5 offers to go to college, full ride, paid for. I gotta believe that it's your heart. I gotta believe that you know, prayer, not only from you, but you know, your mom and everybody else that's been praying for you, is elevating you to levels that you probably never imagined. Maybe you have, but I also believe that you're going to go places that you never even imagined that you can go, because of who you are and what you're prepared to do for other people. So I'm extremely proud of you.
Yes, sir.
And I'm thankful, and I'm thankful for the journey that your mom. You know, we started this first episode of Projects to the Palace, and you know, it's been just a ride. It's been a ride of the ups and downs. It's been adversity. It's been tears. It's been something that nobody knew that even Brittany was going through. Some of the things, you know, being her older cousin, I didn't know she was going through. But the good news is the end result is where we sit today. Today is a good day. And again, I'm thankful and proud. And what I'd like to say is congratulations on just being a person. Forget about football for a minute. But congratulations on being a person that you are.
Yes,
And what you're prepared to do. So, folks, you know, this has been an unbelievable journey of ups and downs, twists and turns. It's been a journey of learning, of loving, of living, and then there's been some praises to God along the way too. So I just want to again congratulate Brittany and Byron, and there's more. There's more. We're going to go deeper. Stay tuned for the next episode. I promise you, it's going to be good.
See you next time. Maybe not you, but me.